I will call our listening session of the Bloomington City Council to order. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for being here. We didn't have anybody pre-registered, but we have a guest, so we have some time. We have someone. So welcome. Glad you're here. If you could officially identify yourself for the record, and then the way we do this, we usually parse out the time based on the number of people who are here, but you don't get the full 30 minutes. We limit it to 10 minutes for the discussion per person if we've got less than enough people. So take it away.
All right, my name's Kevin Heinen. I only need a few minutes of your time, and most of you know me except Chad.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And you guys know I've lived in Bloomington since 1969. I've owned my house since 89. And since day one, since I've lived in Bloomington, most of you know that I've been getting notices from the city. Lo and behold, another one from you guys. And this one is, some of you know that I live on a street that has a street in the front of my house and the back of my house. So I'm able to access both parts of my property. I've been doing some work and hauling some garbage, and I've got my gate opened, or I've got my truck parked on there. And I got a notice from the city that says you can't park your vehicle on here.
And you say on here, on where?
On the property where I have it off the street. It's on my property. And they're stating that it's non-compliant parking with the surface that's on there. The surface that is on there is convict. And if anybody you know what convict is for material.
No.
Bloomington has 2 roads made out of convict, still in use. And it's a step above class 5. It's an approved material to be parked on in Bloomington. And yet I'm still receiving a notice about this, which I shouldn't be receiving a notice on it. And I guess the staff knew what it was. And I picked this up from the exact same spot that the city of Bloomington picks it up from in Shakopee. And the only reason I knew where to pick it up is because my old friends in Bloomington told me where to buy the stuff. And so I went and got the stuff. So my project's almost done regardless. And I will be moving my truck off of there, but it's to get a notice like this, I find it kind of ridiculous. Now, as I explained earlier, I kind of wanted Lona to be here because I did talk to Lona when she was out canvassing when we were behind my house. And after the city did our curb and gutter back behind my house, it was a disaster back there. To this day, and this was done in 2013 or 14, one of those 2 years, to this day, my cable is still cut in my house. My telephone line is still cut. And the city left me a big hole in the backyard where a telephone pole used to sit. And I've actually fallen in it twice, cutting the grass. What grass I did have back there. Now, I've been trying to grow grass back there for 2 years without any luck because a lot of times I have dogs and people trampling over it, dogs digging it up back there. I roped it off with wood stakes and plastic caution tape. And one of the reasons was also because of the hole in the backyard. Didn't want anybody else to fall into it. In my notice, Environmental Health says a fence has to be made out of wood. There's a whole bunch of things. I've got wood stakes in the ground and a plastic caution tape around it, which obviously I don't like. And this is all coming from one neighbor who's basically harassed me since day one, since I lived in my house. Anybody?
Kevin, did you call Environmental Health? And I mean, it's entirely possible with turnover through the years that they don't know. What was the product you mentioned?
For what?
That you have back there.
I have convict.
Convict. I mean, if nobody around the table has heard of it.
Okay, actually.
Googling it right now. So, I mean, what I'm saying is it might be worth a call to them and say, hey, do you know what's back here? And do you know that it's legal under Bloomington ordinance?
Right. And actually, it did happen when I was building it. They contacted me because a neighbor was concerned about it. And I know which neighbor was concerned. It's the same one.
And when were you building it?
When was I building it? A couple of years ago.
Okay.
Because when the city put my street in back there, I lost a foot. It dropped way down. So I needed to build it up so I could park on it, which was what I was doing. And they told me that some neighbors were concerned about it. And I explained to them and they came out and I said, this is legal substance on here. That's why I put it on here. You know, I get it. You can't be parked on grass, dirt or whatever. But it's the exact reason why I did it.
Jamie?
Can I ask Kevin, what's the shape on the letter that you have there
This letter here, this letter is dated November 21st,
of this month? Okay.
this month. Yep.
Is it specific to the surface type that you're talking?
Yes.
About the vehicle parking?
It says it can't be parked here because of the surface. Surface along 83rd and discontinue parking your vehicle on it.
Okay, so it's about, it is about the surface?
Yep.
And it's not about the vehicle, because I'm looking,
Well,
we have, last year you had an order issued for a flatbed truck. Is it the same truck?
no, this is my pickup truck. Yep. And if you want to see, you're more than welcome to take a look at this. But anyway, with it being roped off, generally, if anybody's going to plant grass and don't want somebody to trample through it, they're going to block it off. So nobody walks through it. That's what I'm trying to do is grow grass. That's what the city put in, never grew. And the reason it never grew is because they had to come back and regrade it and they put clay in it. So clay, it's not going to grow. So, I mean, I get it. The city goes for lowest bid. I understand. I work for the city. I know how it works. The third item on this was fence location, and this totally threw me off. And it's kind of like they're thinking that I live on a corner or something because it says a fence can't impede on a corner and be too high. And it's just kind of like, I don't get this. This is basically boundary stakes with tape around them so nobody walks across the grass. So you're more than welcome to take a look at this.
Again, did you call anybody at environmental health or did you just come right here?
This was on Friday.
Oh, okay.
This happened. I got this on Friday.
Okay.
And I just figured if there was a meeting today, I might as well just come to the meeting today and.
We will have environmental health follow up. Like I said, it's entirely possible, but the folks there, they don't work there forever. So it's entirely possible. They don't know what surface you have back there. They don't
Right.
know that it's legit.
And I don't know if you found it at all or not.
I did.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's entirely possible. They
Yeah.
don't know. And we will, I'll ask Mr. Verbrugge, we'll double check on these things and we'll see if we can,
Okay.
a
You
resolution.
guys' roads are Oregon, River Ridge Circle that have the same material on it.
Okay.
If,
Say that again?
River Ridge Circle in Oregon, and then you've got some of the alleyways, east or west of Nicollet are still with that same type of material.
Okay. We'll look into a
You know-
community with those folks and we'll
Yeah.
actually, we'll try and get to
I
a.
guess, you know what? It's just more of, I don't know how much more time I have left in Bloomington here. Retirement's coming for me sooner than later. And I just kind of basically just want to be left in peace. I mean, I keep to myself. I don't bother anybody. I just kind of just want to be left alone for what short time I have left here. I mean, I don't think it's a lot to ask. And this isn't, you know, the little fence I have around isn't hurting the environment one bit whatsoever. My truck being on top of that approved surface isn't hurting anything one bit. And for the little bit of time that I have it sitting there to haul stuff out, it's not hurting nobody. So I don't get it why people have to harass me about it. It just doesn't make any sense.
All right, we will have environmental health look into it. Council,
Thank you very much.
any additional questions?
Any questions? Like I said, I wish Lorna was here because,
I do have a really quick
Yep.
question, just clarifying. So is the surface that you're talking about part of the driveway?
it'd be like a driveway, yeah.
Okay, because I almost wonder when I read this, I almost wonder if it's more that they feel like, they think it's like you're parking in your backyard. Which
Yeah,
is,
I'm not in the backyard.
so that's what I wonder, I wonder if that's part of the confusion.
And I don't know if
of the park.
I might have a picture on this phone yet because I had to change phones and there might be a picture on here. Possibly.
It's a through lot, so you
Yeah.
technically have two front yards, one of which is considered your
Yep.
primary
Right.
other. So
And
that would allow for potentially two parking surfaces.
right, yep.
You have a curb cut back there, Kevin?
No curb cut. They didn't want to put one in when I asked them. I just left it. I just use, the 4x4 just drives right over it anyway. So,
And which might be an issue also. I don't
Yeah.
know that you can be jumping the curb with your vehicle.
right.
So, yeah. All right.
Okay. We'll have-
Sounds good. We will have environmental health look into it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Just one other quick question.
Yep.
In terms of our standards as a city, I mean, you've got a hole that sounds like it wasn't filled very well. How do we follow up with the contractor on that?
Is that inside your fence or is it on the city side of the fence?
On the city side of the fence, what the deal was is from what I understood is there's a battle going between the cable company, the telephone company, and possibly the city. And who's supposed to be taking care of the problem?
When was the hole put?
I think our streets were done in 2013, 2014. So it's been a long time. My cable basically sits up with a splice between it right now to try to keep it off the ground because it's not my cable line and telephone line were buried in the ground. So they're not an above type of deal. So it's got to be weatherproof in the ground whatsoever. So that's why it sits up above the ground right now. And when I did talk to Lona about this, I was going to fix all this stuff. And I said, I was going to send the city a bill on it. I said, but the city never would have paid it. She says, you're right. City never would have paid it. So I left it.
That's good. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Such a Carl.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. All right, Council, I'm going to give it one more minute and see if anybody walks in. Otherwise, we will adjourn and head downstairs.
Here's a different aerial.
On that moment in time.
I've got two. I can keep looking.
All right, Council, with no one coming forward, I look for a motion to adjourn this evening and head downstairs.
So moved.
Motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries 5-0. We are adjourned. We will head downstairs.